I would like to introduce you to Bob the Tailless Wolf. I recently interviewed Karen Nichols, an education assistant at the Endangered Wolf Center in St. Louis, Missouri, who told me all about this amazing animal. Bob may not be a great name for a wolf, but he had a short bobtail, maybe from a fight, hence the name Bob. Before I get too in-depth with his story, though, I'd like to make sure you learn 3 things from this speech. 1, how Bob relates to wildlife biologists. 2, the assets and benefits of wildlife biology. And 3, some jobs that a wildlife biologist does. First, let's hear some more about our infamous tailless wolf. Karen Nichols went on to explain how Bob was the alpha of the saddle pack in the wild. He and his mate Madre had 4 pups that they were taking care of. Unfortunately, they had started taking down livestock to feed their young and had to be removed from the area. The government had decided to capture Madre and the pups, but shoot Bob. They set up a humane trap for Madre and the pups and sent some sharpshooters to take down the alpha male. They shot Bob multiple times, but the last shot took his radio collar off, so now they couldn't track him. Eventually they caught a wolf in the humane trap, but it was neither Madre or her pups. Instead, Bob stood there giving him a wolfy grin as if to say, "So you wanted to kill me, right?" Madre and the pups were eventually tracked and trapped before taking the entire family to the endangered wolf sanctuary to live out the rest of their lives, Bob included. I'll now explain how Bob's story relates to the work of a wildlife biologist. Karen Nichols informed me that all of the animal care staff at the Endangered Wolf Sanctuary has a degree in wildlife biology. They are the ones who are actively taking care of the animals. Some of the jobs they perform are feed and water animals daily, administer medication, and of course the less glamorous jobs such as picking up scat, raking leaves, and mending broken equipment. Now we'll go over some of the benefits of wildlife biology. While doing my research, I discovered that the benefits of being a wildlife biologist were significant and rewarding. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that as of May 2010, the median annual salary for a wildlife biologist was $61,660. The top 10% earned at least $93,450. The BLS also noted that the job opportunities for zoologists and wildlife biologists were expected to increase by 13% between the years of 2008 and 2018. Some of the more morally gratifying benefits of wildlife biology were like some I stated in my previous speech. Being able to help animals, doing what's good for the environment and ecosystems to make our world a better place, and doing what I love. Finally, I will go over a few basic things that wildlife biologists do and what kind of degree it involves. Some of this information I covered in my last speech, but only in slightly more detail. Robert Corpella, a master naturalist that holds a Bachelor of Science in Business from the University of Arkansas, reveals that the field of study includes a strong foundation in invertebrate and plant ecology as well as conservation management activities. Federal and state governments employ most wildlife biologists, but other employers include zoos, private companies, and conservation-based organizations. Education Portal, a website for enlightening the public about possible careers, stated that wildlife biologists research and monitor plant and animal habitats in a given region to determine various environmental and population dynamics. Bob finishes out his story with a somehow comforting ending. The wily wolf passed away last year due to a vicious cancer, but had he been left in the wild, he most likely would have suffered and endured a lot more pain than he did at the sanctuary. In this speech, I covered how Bob's story relates to the work of wildlife biologists. I listed the different assets of working as a wildlife biologist, and I described in some detail the kinds of things that a wildlife biologist does. There are many other stories like Bob's where wildlife biologists have worked to make the environment cleaner, the lifestyles of humans safer, and the lives of wolves and other animals better. I hope to be doing this very thing in the near future, and I hope you all enjoyed my speech. Thank you for listening.